Hello everybody, I am Canner Yu-Gi-Oh! And welcome to another video. So, I didn't have a plan, and I really couldn't come up with a plan. So, here we are. What I decided to do for today's video, besides opening the packs that I have gems for, because I really need to get a second curry bot. But what I really wanted to talk about here, was just taking a look back over the course of the month here, because it has been almost 2 months since Rush first came out on Duel Links. I don't have any missions, but we're just gonna check them. So what are my initial thoughts about Rush? I think Rush is super fun with an asterisk. It's super fun as long as we're not waiting 2 months between formats. Because it's gonna be 2 months before we get our next box. It basically 2 months since the game first released. Because we have here the advance notice for the GR Festival Celebration campaign in a mini box for Rush. The Rush Duel PvP event Goha Rush Festival, GR Festival, will be held from the end of November. There will be a special campaign to celebrate the new event GR Festival. Campaign date, so that starts on the 20th, and then on the 23rd we are getting a new box for Rush Duel, and as you can see up here, it is a mini. So this could be just because it's really weird because the 2 festivals happening, or this is kind of how it's gonna be. And if this is how it's going to be, that's very concerning for both Speed Duel and the Rush Duel side of things. The last box was released for Speed Duel on October 25th. The box for Rush Duel was September 28th. So I know what you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? That means if the KC Cup, if we're saying the KC Cup and the Goha Rush Festival aren't, like, those months are going to be particularly dead for box releases, we'll say that's not the case. Even though I'm pretty certain that it's going to be the case no matter what. It would mean that we get 1 box a month for either Speed Duel or Rush Duel. And every other box is a mini. Each game also gets 1 new unlock character every other month. At least that's how it's been so far. Well, we get 1 every month. We've gotten 1 every month for Rush, so it's not like... But that was kind of with the release period. So that was kind of in that first month we had our event. This second month, we are getting a character. So potentially we're getting a character once a month. But I would say it's probably going to end up being once every other month, just to, for the most part, line up with the boxes. Well, why am I saying that that's concerning to me? The reason I am concerned about this is if we have to wait every other month for a box, or every other month for a character, or both, that means formats are going to feel super stale super fast. Now, you could definitely make an argument that that's good for the game, that we're not getting something every, like, 2 weeks. Lord knows, with the TCG, getting stuff every 2 weeks has not been a good thing. However, this is a mobile game. I'm not saying we should be getting something every 2 weeks. I'm saying waiting potentially 2 months for any major metagame shakeup is concerning. Especially, we can assume, by the way, that we should be getting a Goha Rush Festival like 2 weeks after a KC Cup. So, I'm going to pull up Duel Links meta just on my computer here, just because I want to see what all right, so we're going to look up the average KC Cup schedule, because I believe there's 4 KC Cups a year. Let's pull it up here, the KC Cup. We're going to use... this only has up to 2021, so we're not going to have the best data, but there's normally one in November. So it looks like it just using this, there's one in February, September, and November. If we go into pre-COVID, there was one February. Then there was March, but that's like not super relevant. I kind of want to see, because we can... we probably can actually just look up the ban lists, because there is correlation between the ban lists. The ban lists are always like 2-3 weeks after. But, okay, so we last had a KC Cup. We had a KC Cup in April. So we for sure have one April. Oh, it's of each region. Wow. Okay, so we had a KC Cup in April. But if we take a look at the Forbidden and Limited list, where can I find that? Hold on, sorry, I wasn't really prepared for this. I wasn't planning on pulling it up. Okay, we'll just pull it. Okay, here we go. So now I have it for here. So we had one in October. But that's okay. So we had one September 28th. Before that, we had one August 24th. So I guess possibly we could be changing towards being ban lists every month. I'm not sure though. That's just not true either. But okay, past events. So before this KC Cup, I can actually look back at past events. So we have had a KC Cup in November, which seems to be a trend, the November KC Cup. Before that, we had a KC Cup in... They just delete... Do they get rid of the KC Cups? The past ones? I think they do. Okay, well, that didn't help. I pulled this up because... General farming and events, but it doesn't say... So I think these are all like farm events. Whatever. I don't even know how I would look this up. I guess go to Mechlord's YouTube channel. Because he makes... So again, November KC Cup. And then... for that... we had one in September. So November, September. Then we had the WCQs, the World Championship qualifiers, in June. So we'll say November, September, June. Okay, well, I'm actually not able to tell from this, but sorry, this video is going to be very unwatchable, but I really just needed to make a video about this. But regardless, we should be getting like 3 to 4 KC Cups a year. We have World Championship qualifiers. So if we say 4 of those big events, that means like every 3 months would mean the meta between those cups in terms of card pool will have barely changed. Like the actual card pool itself for Rush will not have expanded as much. Now, there are other ways, granted, that they could help mitigate this issue. And I wonder if I can find it in here, the new PvP season. No, okay, it's not going to be in the news. We can just go here into the PvP arena. But with Rush Stools, we ended up getting 0 new Ultras in terms of rank tickets. 1 new super. No new rares. No new ends. So what they could end up doing, because this is just the same as all this, is adding stuff in to the ranked rewards. They could. That is one path that they could go. And I don't know if that's correct. I'm really sorry about this video, folks. I'm going to wrap it up here, but the big TLDR... I am concerned about how this game is going to be handled. I am 100% now, I can't deny this, of the opinion that we should have just given Rush Duel its own app. That way, Rush and TCG, Rush and Speed wouldn't have to feel like they've been conflicting. I've seen some comments on Duel Links meta, which, keep in mind, that's Duel Links meta. Take that how you will. That people are very upset about this because it's impacting Speed Duel. And it feels like they need to play Rush. And I think that's an issue. I think having an infrastructure where you need to play both games is not something that you should have, especially when they share the same gem system. All the gems are the same between Speed and Rush, and I don't think that's right. I think Rush should have had its own gems. I think in the future, if they looked into that, I wouldn't be upset about it. But something needs to be done so that people don't feel the need to forcefully play both. Whether that be them running events at the same time for both games, or just saying Rush was, on this, a failed experiment. Because right now, Rush has not been very popular. If we look at Duel Links meta, and keep in mind it is KC Cup season, so that could be part of the reason, but it's definitely not the only reason. We have had our first Rush Duel event added on here since... All right, let's see. Sorry. Looks like November 24th. The 8th. The 8th of November. So October 24th to the 8th of November. That's 15 days. 15 days between events. Duel Links meta, the worst it was on here, 2 days. The worst I've seen on this is like 2 days. Between the Red and Blue Cup 2 and the LATAM Showdown. And that was 3 events that got added at once. I'm just saying that this is very concerning, and I hope they evaluate if this is a good idea. But regardless, folks, when that Goha Rush comes out, assuming that that's our KC Cup, which I think there's evidence to prove that due to it being a 2-stage PvP event, I will be grinding for top 100. And we're going to be trying to get our WCQ invite. We're going to try to get a World Championship Qualifier invite. We're going to try to get our Worlds invite for Rush Duel Links. Unless, who knows, maybe they're just going to be like, sorry, you got to play 2 games of Speed, 1 game of Rush, which if that's the case, we're just not going to Worlds, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're going to try to make the big Worlds push. We're going to try this season. We're going to really, really try. We're going to try. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Thanks for watching this video. Incoherent rambles. I apologize. It's 11 a.m. on Friday. I have to have this video up by 2, so I just kind of had to do something like this. All right. See you, folks. Goodbye.